I just don't try.
So are we on?
Yeah,
We
We're
are
streaming.
we are live streaming. Yeah.
we're streaming.
Oh, I'll push the button again.
There's a delay, but I think we're past the time for the delay.
Hey, stop mocking me.
What?
That's my last name.
There's a delay?
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 Yeah. It's my maiden name.
Oh, I didn't know
You know,
that.
so if laws go through and I have to change my name, you're going to have to start calling me Miss Delay. And then won't that be confusing?
Right? What laws go through that are going to make you change your last name?
For people who have a different last name, for women, if your name has been changed or something like that, then you're not going to be allowed to vote and you won't be allowed to access certain services. So you have to go back to your legal original name.
That's bizarre.
It's part of the
Huh.
it was part of the laws that were changed for like the DEI stuff and some other stuff. That's one of the side effects is that
Lots-
yes, women and last names. Women may not be able to vote or be recognized legally because they no longer are using their real name.
Lots of wild side effects from some of the stuff going on.
Yes, look at we have extra cameras over here. Whoa.
Oh, do we have an extra camera set up? I haven't even.
Yes,
I haven't
we
even
do.
looked. Oh, look at that. We do not need that camera on. I'm going to remove that.
Well, we might have a ghost over there.
I was going to say, do you see that?
Whoa.
Whoa. You know what I just noticed on the video streaming?
What's that?
The white in my hair looks like I have it's like right in the center of my head. I have to move that. That looks weird.
Well, we've spent a lot of time talking about the cold. Let's go ahead and get on to the 49 degrees North Mountain Resort weather and snow condition report.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So it looks like currently, as of this count, of course, as the from the Weather Channel app, it says it's -2 right now. Currently, -2 degrees is what it's saying right
yeah,
here.
in Chihuahua,
Yeah,
-2.
-2.
Yeah. Then today we have a high of 24 degrees. Maybe some sunny skies today, partly cloudy though. 5 degrees overnight. It says bitterly cold.
Very cold.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is. And I've noticed consistently the evening temperatures have been a few degrees lower than what they're predicting.
That's what we've noticed as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At some nights, quite a few. I think a couple nights it was, about 10 degrees colder than the weather forecast was actually calling for. So I guess it depends on which weather forecast you look at.
So,
Very cold.
so you have to watch those little woolly worms instead, and you have to look at the side of the tree and do all that stuff instead of the weatherman.
What's the
Exact-
woolly worms?
You don't know about the woolly worm? You have to see where
I
the
know what
dark
they are.
spot is in the woolly worm and if it's bigger than half or if it's on the left side or the right side. And that will tell you what kind of
weather.
winter we're going to have.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Did you guys look at your woolly worms before?
No,
I did not see any.
I didn't
I
either.
haven't seen them. And what do the woolly worms turn into? They turn it. They're a moth larva, right?
I don't remember.
I
All
don't know.
Yeah.
I just know that
they're
there's all
butterfly.
those farmer's almanac type things that tell you how the winter's going to be.
Look for the worms.
Well, now I'm curious. And you're talking about the really cute, like half black, half red ones.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I love those.
Those are fuzzy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not like the scary Florida ones that will like shoot you full of toxins and like paralyze you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the ones I used to play with as a kid. And I'd let them
Exactly.
crawl all over me and
Yes,
and
yes.
giggle. Yeah.
What was that again, Chuck?
I still do the giggle.
Okay, I'm going to look up the woolly worm thing
Perfect.
before we can find out.
I'm sorry to sidetrack us from the weather, but I
Oh.
just think that some of that stuff is just as accurate.
I remember when I was a kid, we call them teddy bear bugs. I think that's what we called them, or teddy bear worms. Yeah. Yeah. I remember calling them that because they look like little teddy bears. They're so
Yeah.
cute and soft and fluffy. All right, moving on to the weather. Thursday, things starting to actually get back to a little more normal temperatures. 29 for our high, 23 overnight for that low with mostly cloudy skies. Of course, this time of year, what does warmer temperature bring us?
There we go.
It brings us snow. So we have Friday 34 and 22 with snow showers in the forecast. Cloudy skies on Saturday with a high of 33, 27 for that overnight low. Then snow coming back on Sunday with a high of 38 degrees and 30 degrees overnight. 52% chance of snow. 41 degrees for our high and 30 degrees overnight on Monday with mostly cloudy skies. 40 and 31 on Tuesday with some more snow showers in the evening. And then a week from today, next Wednesday, a high of 41 degrees, a low of 30 with some more snow showers. So we're going to get quite a bit of snow in the next week.
Do you feel the weighted silence surrounding you?
I do, because you guys are looking at the woolly worms.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm excited for the snow, but Here's the real news.
Okay. Okay.
The winter weather folklore. According to legend, the wider the rusty brown sections of a woolly bear caterpillar, or the more brown segments there are, the milder the coming winter will be. The more black there is, the more severe the weather. And this turns into the Isabella tiger moth.
Okay. Is it a pretty moth, or is it just a moth?
They had a picture. Where's the moth? Let me go back.
I see every once in a while. I've seen them around here. You ever see what are they?
It's
The
not
hummingbird,
very pretty.
the
Huh?
hummingbird hawk moth.
Oh, yeah, those are pretty.
Those are neat.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of times, especially in the South, where they get incredibly huge, almost the size of a
Nice.
hummingbird. And you kind of look around, you're like, is that like a little baby hummingbird, or is that? And they're always the moth. so-
Giant moth. Oh, that
yeah.
would be really exciting, though. I would like that. The tiger, Isabella tiger moth, is actually fairly bland. It's beige,
Mhm.
and it's much cuter as a woolly worm.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 Most moths are.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes.
Well, some moth larvae is not very cute.
All right.
but
So
those ones
now that we know that we're going to get a little bit of snow,
Mhm.
and that it's going to be really cold, what is going on the mountain?
So up at the mountain today, we have 51 inches of snow at the base of the mountain. 5 degrees currently up there. It's much warmer up there than it is down here.
It's that
It's-
inversion.
It's that inversion, yeah.
Mhm.
5 degrees up there right now at the base. 0 to 3 mile an hour winds. Good visibility. No precipitation with clear skies. All the way up at the summit, we have a total snow depth of 140 inches.
Wow.
Nothing new in the last 48 hours, but that will probably change in the next couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
5 degrees at the top as well. 0 to 5 mile an hour winds. Pretty much the same conditions. Good visibility, clear skies. 70 trails are open. 31 of those have been groomed. Surface conditions are listed as groomed with packed powder. And 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort is open 7 days a week. For more information about those mountain conditions or all the amazing cool stuff happening at 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort, you can visit ski49n.com. There we go.
You know, Gino writes the Remember When,
Mm-hmm.
and so he's got a book of the newspapers from 10 years ago and from 20 years ago that he refers to. And I was reading, I can't remember if it was the 10 or the 20 year, but the ski hill shut down for the year because they didn't have enough snow. And that was before they had the snow machines. But we're talking about not having much snow here, but we're real lucky that they've gotten as much as they've gotten up there. And that
Yeah.
when you're driving down
Yeah.
the roads in Chihuahua and you look up at the ski hill and all the snow that is up there in the hills and stuff, we're real fortunate.
Yeah,
We
we
are.
are. Yeah,
Yeah.
we are.
Well, I remember last year, and I talk about this a lot, seeing the videos and the pictures because they were using, they had their snowmakers going the whole
Uh-huh.
season.
Full time. Yeah.
And they just had like paths of white snow where that they had done themselves
Oh, yeah.
going through the trees, and it was just like brown and green on either side
Ah,
with like these just sort of white paths
Yeah.
going along. And I don't think they had many trails open.
yeah.
I don't
last
think
year
so
it was
because
just-
last year the snow came so late.
Yeah.
You know, both Mount Spokane, and 49 Degrees had to open late. I mean, they
Yeah.
Yeah.
opened really
Yeah.
late.
And they were actually able to open a little early this year and,
Mm-hmm.
and managed to stay open all season, which is huge for them. And it's
Yeah.
a big economic driver of the community as well.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
God!
Having
You
people
know what
come
my
there.
favorite thing is about the fact that 49 Degrees opened so early?
What's that? What's
And I know this is selfish, but the Yale changed their hours.
that? Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'm like, thank you, all the skiers who went to 49 and complained that the coffee shop was not open late enough or open every day,
Mm-hmm.
because now they're open every day, and I'm like, yes.
And open till 5. But they're open. Are they open till 5 all day or every day? Or I mean, on a few days. It's
That
just a
didn't
few
make
days.
any sense.
It made
Chuck.
no
Yeah.
sense. It made no sense. I don't. It's early and it's cold. My brain's frozen.
Yeah, they're open 7 days a week now,
Mhm.
and they extended their hours, I think, for the weekend until 5. Right? I don't
Yeah,
think they're open
that's what I
every
heard,
day
yeah.
until 5, but I think the weekend to catch the skiers coming off the mountain who need someplace to sit and warm up and have a nice, lovely, warm beverage.
Which is awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, score. Now, I am looking at, for our February calendar, the
Yes.
breakfast.
Yes.
And again, Wednesday, of course, is our favorite food. It's the rotating breakfast sandwich with fruit or juice.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Right?
Yep.
Fruit breakfast parfait with granola and fruit or juice. They can have a variety of cereal with a cheese stick, or if they want yogurt with fruit or juice. They don't get milk with that, apparently, but they can have the dry cereal with a cheese stick or yogurt and fruit or
I'm
juice.
guessing they give them milk with the cereal.
It's not on the menu, Chuck.
But it's
Oh,
not on
wow.
the menu for any day.
Wow.
If you look at that menu, it's
I
not on
do.
the
It's
menu
not for any day. See?
any day.
And then bread or muffin with a cheese stick or yogurt with fruit or juice. So maybe they're supposed to pour the yogurt into the cereal. and stir that.
They should put you in charge of the food over there, and then you'd be like, nope, it's not on the menu, kid. Sorry.
Oh, I would not be able to do that to the little ones.
You
Oh
know
my
one of my
goodness.
favorites. So I like taking my favorite cereal and putting it over the top of ice cream.
Oh yes, we did that as
Yeah.
a kid all the time.
Look,
I've never done
Cocoa
that.
Puffs and chocolate, whatever they were.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, your parents let you buy Cocoa Puffs? I'm shocked. Oh my gosh. Man, it was Cheerios and granola for us,
that's pretty
Yeah.
much what we had, and oatmeal in our house. We didn't have.
right?
We were never really allowed to. I mean, we did occasionally. We would get the fun cereals, but not very often.
Road trips, we got Fruit Loops in the car.
Oh, nice.
That
nice.
was like a perk of being on a road trip is you
Yeah.
got Fruit Loops.
My kids got cold cereal for Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah,
how fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You know,
We've done that before too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really big, especially because we have big wide stockings. You can fit the boxes in the stocking.
Wow, you
and,
must have really white stockings.
Yeah, they're homemade.
That's
And-
cool.
And Pringles, because Pringles cans look awesome, kind of sticking out of the
Oh,
out
yeah,
of the stocking on
yeah.
Christmas morning.
Is the Pringles can the one with that weird mustache commercial?
Yeah.
Oh,
the,
okay.
the Pringles guy.
Okay,
know-
well, if
you know-
your mustache flies off and starts flying around the room because you said Pringles, I'm going to scream and run, just so you know. All right, for lunch for school today, the children are having chicken ramen with fruit and vegetables.
Oh, that sounds good.
So there you go. Yeah. Tomorrow sounds better. They're getting Swedish meatballs and mashed potatoes.
Ooh,
That sounds really
Ooh,
good.
yeah.
But today, chicken ramen, fruit, and veggies.
nice. I also have right here in my cold little hand, I have the Chula Valley Lions Club calendar for today. And you know, there's a very special name on this calendar today. I think, look, Sharon's over there smiling.
She's smiling.
Today we have Gino Ludwig with a birthday.
Oh,
yep.
yay.
And Travis Noland with a birthday. Happy birthday, Gino and Travis.
Happy birthday. Ready? Happy birthday. Happy day. Happy birthday. Yay. Yay.
Hey, there we go.
On Friday, that's a 3-part harmony with Craig.
Right? Well, happy birthday, Gino. You guys got any big plans for the day?
No.
No. Is it a special birthday? Can you tell us how old he is? Can you call him out right here on the air?
Well, he's born in 47, so that must make him 78, I would say. Because 7 from 5 would be 8. 78?
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
awesome. Keep going, Gino.
At
Yeah.
47 he was born?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, my dad was born in 48, so just about the same, yeah.
Yeah. So your dad and I are the same age.
No,
As-
you were born like what, the late 60s maybe? Early 70s?
Oh, you're so
Yeah.
funny. You're so funny. I was in high school in the late 60s.
Wow. So let's go ahead and get into some of these local events.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
ready?
Yes.
All right.
And I saved a picture of one. If I remember it, if you don't say it, I have it.
Okay.
Oh, good.
That was
Good, good,
awfully
good.
clear. That was very good communication with my wording this morning.
Yeah. Well, today is Wednesday, February 12th. And of course, we're going to start the morning here on the morning show with our local roundup. And then we have soft pickleball from 9 to 11:30.
Okay, I have to interrupt really fast.
Okay.
During the Super Bowl, did you guys see the commercial with oh my gosh, the names. The lady who was in the show Schitt's Creek, you know, the really funny older lady?
Oh, Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara, and the guy who was the green guy in Spider-Man the movie.
Yeah. The
I'm sorry. You can tell we're real prepared.
William Dafoe.
William Dafoe.
Yeah.
And they were pickleball hustlers.
Oh.
It was hysterical. Like,
I
that
gotta
was
watch that
worth
one.
watching the awful game to be able to watch that commercial with Kathleen O'Hara and what's his name again?
William Dafoe.
William Dafoe, because they were hustling people for pickleball. Now I might want to play pickleball.
I did not watch a single moment of the game.
Me neither.
I didn't even have. I was listening to KCHW during the Super Bowl.
You're so good. You're so good.
No,
My
it's-
dad texted my sisters and I at like 6:00 in the morning and bet us on the game.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had to watch the game because we had to see whether he was going to pay us 50 cents or we were going to pay him 50 cents.
Man.
Ooh,
And
Yeah.
who
big
won?
bet.
Big bet.
Who won?
Dad won.
He won.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's expecting 50 cents from both of us by the end of the month.
Are you gonna mail it to him, or are you gonna do like Venmo or something?
Well, Jane and I are coming up with all these clever ideas about what we can do with the 50 cents.
Maybe-
But yeah, we're going to get it to him somehow.
Mail in 50 pennies. They're not going to be around much longer.
Well, that's exactly. And I have
Yeah.
a box for Christmas that's late that I have to send them anyway. So I might just put it in there.
I was going to say you could mail in 50 cents worth of stamps, but that's just pretty much what a stamp costs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
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 You
Okay,
could,
so
you could,
sorry.
You could do Venmo or PayPal or something.
No, it's got to be physical. It's more funny if it's physical.
So this evening is bingo at Fired Up Pizza from 6 to 7. And across the street is Acoustic Jam at Andy's from 6 to 8, which is on the second and the fourth Wednesday of each month. Tomorrow, Thursday, February 13th, the Oasis will have karaoke with DJ JD. That's every week, every Thursday. There's line dancing at the Chihuahua Center in the afternoon from 2:30 to 4:30, and that's every week. Craig and DeBratz at Fired Up Pizza from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m., and that's every week. But Senior Bunko is only on the second and fourth Thursday, so if you want to play, you need to be down there at the Senior Center from 9 to 12 tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, 9 to 12.
Yeah.
We've debated on here what exactly bunko is, but
I don't know. I've never seen it. It's kind of like pickleball.
Now I have to look it up.
I
Isn't
think
that like a card game? I always thought it was a card game.
Yeah, I
Was it-
thought it
was-
was a game where you put something in and it went down.
that's plinko. That's plinko.
Oh.
I swear bunko is like the thing. I've been in casinos before where you like sit in the dining area and they have like the bunko screens. Isn't that what that is?
I don't
Where
know.
you have the cards and you fill in, like the numbers come up occasionally and you fill in on your card. Sort of like
Like bingo?
Gambling bingo.
You're talking about bingo?
It says it's a dice game.
okay.
Huh.
So it says divide players into groups of 4, decide on the order of play. Players take turn rolling 3 dice. Players score points for matching dice to the round number. Aren't they all round little dots? Okay. A player who rolls
I
a
think they're
3 of
talking
a
about the
kind.
mathematical definition of round number.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Not a physical round
I was like,
number.
that's very confusing. I'm very literal.
only 0, 6s, fives are half rounds.
Okay.
A player who rolls a 3 of a kind that matches the round number scores a bunko and wins the round. So what's the round number?
I don't know.
The goal is
I
to be the
don't
first player to reach 21 points.
Hmm.
Huh.
Do you have to scream out bunko when you win? Like you do
Oh,
bingo?
maybe the round number is because it says the round begins and ends with a bell. So maybe it's round 1, round 2, round 3.
But are those
Oh,
round
yeah.
numbers?
Well, no, but
Those
maybe
are
it's
rounds, like
like-
rounds, like
like
you know,
which round we're at. Round 1.
Okay, I
round
need
two,
to take
round-
another cup of coffee. 'Cause
like,
obviously,
like,
my brain is not
like rounds in
working.
a boxing match.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also on Thursday, of course, we have the free diapers, which is really important, and the food bank is open, so you can
Right.
get your diapers from the church, right? Isn't that where
Yeah.
the free diapers are?
Yeah, it is.
From 10 a.m. to 11:30.
I've
Yep.
got some more information about that right
Yeah.
here. I think it's important that we get that out. So these are available for any parent, including expectant moms, grandparents, or foster parents. All children under 5 years old are eligible. There are no income restrictions. They provide the following diaper amounts. They have size from newborn through 6, 50 diapers per month per child. They also have pull-ups available in 2T and 3T, 3T, 4T, and 4T, 5T. Those are 26 pull-ups per month per child. They're also available for expectant moms at $25 diapers a month. So while you're pregnant, you can go and stock up and get
Yeah,
those
and get diapers.
Yeah, what a good
which,
idea.
which is
Yeah.
really, really important.
That's
Yeah.
huge. Yeah.
I remember when my wife was pregnant with our twins, people would ask us, "Oh, what do you guys need? You know,
Right.
do you need, they want to bring us food or, dishes? Bring us diapers,
Oh, yeah.
diapers,
Yeah.
like diapers and cloths and
All
we
that stuff. Yeah.
we
Yeah.
tried the cloth diaper thing for a while and it just
We,
wasn't working for us.
yeah, well,
A lot
Sorry.
of
I'm
baby
as
diapers.
old as your parents. So when you
Yeah.
were a child and when my kids were kids, that we used the cloth diapers. We only used the disposables when we traveled because it was an expense and extravaganza. And when those paper diapers first came out, they did not have tabs. You pinned them with safety pins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I've had this conversation with my mom, and I think when I was little, they had the ones the outside were plastic, and the tabs were like tape. They were
Oh,
sticky.
yeah.
And I remember, have my mom having a daycare growing up as a kid, and those little sometimes the sticky would miss the diaper, and it would get on the kid's
kid,
skin, and
yes.
you like rip it off, and you rip the.
Yeah.
It would
Yep.
like
Oh my
cause
gosh,
rashes and stuff on
trauma.
the kids.
Yeah.
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 The new ones now they're like this soft fabric almost papery stuff, and they have like the really soft like Velcro, and they're much more kid friendly, I think, than the old
nice,
plastic
nice.
cotton ones. Yeah.
So, and the last thing on Thursday is Cougar boys basketball against Reardon at West Valley. And this is almost the end of the basketball season because they're in the playoffs on who goes to state.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're in the playoffs.
Everybody's in the playoffs, district, and then
Oh,
they go
really?
to regional, and then
Okay.
it's just your areas. Yeah.
Okay.
So Friday, we start the day with the Chamber of Commerce meeting out at the casino for 7 a.m. for anybody and everybody who'd like to know what's going on with our chamber.
Nice.
Adult pickleball from 9 to 11:30 that morning. And we didn't tell where the adult pickleball is. It's at the old middle school gym.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because it's inside wintertime pickleball.
Yeah. The players are hardy, but they're not quite that hardy.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
and I know we have a bunch of new people who just moved to town because I see them on Chewila News and Information. The old middle school is that building off of 395, right? That's right there on the left.
Right,
when
on
you're
Lincoln
going.
Street. Lincoln and 395. Yes.
Yeah.
Right across from the park. Yeah.
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 It's got the old outbuilding. I wonder if do they still use those outbuildings? I know for a while
yes.
the Quartzsite Learning Center
Yeah,
was in there.
they're
It's
still
in
in
there.
there.
They're still
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And then also on Friday is Fired Up Pizza All Ages Karaoke with Cry from 6 to 9 every week. Now, I looked on the chamber site and it said nighttime karaoke at Fired Up Pizza, and then it said from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m.
That's a wrong time.
Yeah, that is wrong. It
Yeah.
starts at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, that's what
6
I'd
p.m.
said at
Yeah.
first, 6
Yeah.
to 9, and I was going, whoa, somebody needs to correct that because that's a long time of karaoke.
I believe we only have one person who can change that.
Oh,
For now.
yeah. Okay, and then the opening night for Southern Fried
Oh
Nuptials
wait, we got a couple other. Oh no, you're still there. You're still there.
I'm
sorry.
still
Go
there.
ahead. Keep going. Keep
Yeah.
going.
is Friday night, and they are having a chicken dinner or grits and shrimp.
Winter chicken dinner.
Southern
Yeah.
fried. Now this is Southern fried, true food.
And if you want those dinner tickets, you have to get them today. They will be picked up from the outlets later this afternoon and turned off online because they have to have time to make sure they purchase all the food that they need
Right,
to.
right. And know how many people to cook for.
And know how many
Okay.
people to cook for.
Get your tickets, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. Okay, so what else is going on Friday?
You know what? There's quite a few. I'm just going to go ahead and run through some of the places that are having special dinners.
Yes,
as
I'd
well.
like that. Yeah.
There are quite a few.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The Missisquoi Hotel and Restaurant is having a Valentine's Day dinner special in the Hotel Restaurant Lounge.
Yeah.
It looks like they have king crab is also available. That you can add that to your meal, and then the Rusty Putter Bar and Grill has a 4-course Valentine's dinner for 2. That consists of coconut prawns, oysters Rockefeller, and huckleberry pistachio brie.
Wow.
That sounds
Wow.
interesting. Then they have those are the shared appetizers. Then they have a salad course of either Caesar or garden salad. And then they have the main course of, you have your options between scallops gremolata, chicken marsala, and filet mignon or lobster. Man, they're getting fancy up there.
Where is that again?
This is at the Rusty Putter Bar and Grill.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Can you scroll down, or does it?
Well, this is
And
the Missisquoi because he didn't tell everybody what time. That's from 3 to 9 p.m. at
Oh.
Missisquoi.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's the Valentine's Day dinner at the hotel dinner at Missisquoi. $59 per person. And then, go ahead and I will go back now to the Rusty Putter. Oh, I didn't say that. I said nothing.
That's okay.
Yeah, because the chamber just had all of them in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's what you've got here.
Yeah, then, but look, I wasn't done with the.
Yeah, the Rusty Putter.
Yeah, I wasn't done there. Hold on. Let me finish there. So I was just about to get to the desserts. We have a choice of key lime pie or melting chocolate cake.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So if you go with your friend that you want to eat with, you buy one, they buy or get the other one, and then you share. Yeah.
What's dinner for 2?
And
Yeah.
then the Missisquoi also has a Valentine's Day buffet special that is
Yes.
different from their hotel dinner special.
Yeah, I believe that one is at the casino. One is at the hotel. One is at the casino.
Right, and so
Oh.
the
Yeah.
Valentine's Day buffet is from 5 to 8. And of course, the one that we were excited about is Southern Fried Nuptials because Catherine is cooking.
Yeah. Yep.
And Chris.
and Chris.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very, very excited about this because I know the cooks and they're amazing.
They
That's
really are.
right. Yeah.
They really are.
Amazing. So I'm
Although-
super excited.
We're not gonna be able to make it to this one. I really wanted to try Catherine's shrimp and grits,
Right?
and one of these days I'm gonna challenge Catherine, who she might destroy me, but but I'm gonna challenge her to. I make a pretty mean shrimp and grits, and I'm going to challenge her to a shrimp and grit
A
off
shrimp and
one of
grits
these
cook-off.
days. Yeah,
Well, see, in the grits, I've never had a grit. So I think grits are being served. So I'm excited about the grits. And
Yeah.
then
grits are good.
I think there's some other stuff being served that I'm excited to try. So, yeah, very excited. And of course, my husband's in the show.
Mhm.
So he's going to get his hair dyed on Thursday.
That's what he said last night after
Yes.
rehearsal. Yeah.
Dyed to what?
Well, he's got to look like he's 20.
Oh, so
So
it's
my
gonna be like
beautiful silver gray hair on my beautiful husband is going to be some shade of, I don't know. I don't know.
Probably a brownish.
Right?
Yeah.
He might be shaving his head after this show is over because I might be like, I don't know who you are.
wow. So
Uh,
So for those of you that haven't had grits, and for you in particular,
Yeah.
they are very delicious. It is there is a lot. I think a lot of people don't really get the texture of it. I think is there's because it's kind of they're soft, but they're if you get them right, each little grit almost sort of pops in your mouth. They get these little
They pop.
well, they don't pop, but they're just you can feel the little individual grits. They're not gritty if you cook them right.
You
but
know what?
they're
You're not helping the grit
smooth.
case
No,
right now.
no. If you get your grits right, they are smooth and they are creamy.
Okay.
And
they
they are
sound like a
delicious.
breakfast cereal to me, cooked breakfast.
See, I
Right?
prefer grits in the evening. I prefer grits savory. A lot of people have them sweet for breakfast. I like
Oh.
mine with cheese and cream and lots of salt and pepper,
Okay.
and underneath something savory.
All I can
And
think of is the movie where he's what is it?
My cousin Vinny.
My cousin Vinny, where he's every self-respecting Southerner knows cooking grits takes at least 20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
I do mine for about. And the thing is, I think a lot of people that don't like grits is because you buy the instant grits from the store. They don't have the right texture. They don't have the right flavor. They don't even have the right color.
They don't take 20 minutes either.
And they don't take 20 minutes either. But you got to get the like real stone ground grits. They're a little coarser, and they're a little they're each individual grit is a little bit bigger. But
Okay.
it's hominy. It's ground hominy, so it's corn basically.
Okay.
It's good stuff.
Now we know.
Really, really delicious.
All right.
Okay.
We're good. Do you have any other questions about grits?
No.
I've answered
I
them
just
all,
had
even
more information that I even needed.
even the
Yeah.
ones you didn't know.
Yeah.
Didn't know
So
you
then we'll
needed to
go
know.
on to Saturday.
sorry.
And the only thing I have going on is the Cougar Wrestling Girls Regionals are at Rogers, and the Northeast 2B Cougar Boys Wrestling is at Freeman. And we've got kids that are wrestling and that are doing
Right.
quite well, are wrestlers. And then, of course, the second night of Southern Fried Nuptials. It's on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday and Saturday, 7 p.m. Sunday is a 2 p.m. Matinee, and that's for 2 weekends that show is. Yeah.
Yep.
And there's some pretty funny moments in it. And, yeah, as a cast, we're having fun, you
Oh,
know.
good.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Well,
are,
and
are you-
also,
are you in the cast of that one?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
I actually am, what should I say? I'm typecast. I am a mean person who nobody likes.
no, that's not typecast at all.
Wow.
You are like the heart of Chihuahua here. The queen of Chihuahua, I think somebody said, right?
The Queen of Chihuahua. That's
Well,
right.
and also at 49 Degrees, they're having a Valentine's Day dinner, and that's going to be super exciting. I think they've sold out, but
they have
yeah.
sold out. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
very
thanks
excited
to
about
you,
that.
I get to bring my wife to that one.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I was happy that it was going to somebody who was, can enjoy it with somebody,
And it's our first date anniversary.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I'm doing another labyrinth. There will be a heart labyrinth up there with hot pink lights on the beautiful snow. So I'm super excited.
That is cool.
And that's on Saturday.
That's on
Yep.
Saturday.
So,
Mhm.
so they're having Valentine's specials even the day after. So
Yeah, to
you
celebrate them at the full moon.
so you can actually go out to dinner 2 nights in a row. Actually, in around Chihuahua, you could probably go out to dinner every night.
Right?
If
Right,
you
right.
because we've got some good restaurants around town.
Well,
Yeah,
and then a reminder as we go on the next couple of months, the Chihuahua Winterfest for the Arts is still taking place
That's
at
right.
the Trails End Art Gallery.
Yeah.
You can go and you can see those winners. The vote for the People's Choice Award is still happening. I need to get with Tim and find out exactly when that ends. I'm not sure if it ends at the end of the exhibit or if it ends after the event over the weekend. I'm not 100%
We're
sure.
just so full of good information
know,
for
right?
our
I know.
listeners.
Terrible. Go
know,
in
it's
there,
the
check out the
cold,
art, and then
yeah.
ask Tim if the ballots are still available.
And Sunday, February 16th, all ages blues jam from 4 to 7 at Fired Up Pizza, and of course the Southern Fried Nuptials. Monday, the 17th, adult pickleball from 9 to 11:30. If you kids haven't already told you, there's no school on Monday because it's President's Day.
Oh, okay.
So, and Fired Up Pizza Blues Jam at Fired Up every Monday from 4 to 7.
That's Sunday.
That's Sunday.
What
That's
do
on
I-
Sunday. I don't know, but
Sunday,
it's on Sunday.
Sunday.
You know what? I pulled that off of the chamber newsletter that they sent out.
No,
So,
the Blues Jam is always every Sunday from 4 to 7.
yeah, you're right. And okay, well, duh.
I had a dream last night. I'm actually going to go and do the Blues Jam this week.
Are you?
I am. You're
Oh,
going to
cool.
come with me.
I'm going to come with you.
Yes, because I need support, and Daniel will be performing.
Okay. I feel like my wife and I had plans on Sunday.
Oh man,
Oh,
I need my
darn.
little bro, man. Okay.
We will see. We will see.
All right. So Fired Up Blues Jam on Sunday, not Monday.
Yeah.
And then Monday, what's going on Monday? Just pickleball?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a big old empty space on the calendar.
yeah.
Other
Right.
than pickleball.
And then
And Tuesday, what does it say?
Tuesday, there's the
I don't have
story
it.
time, and then coffee social,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the Senior Citizen Center from 10 a.m. to 12.
yeah.
And then we have the story time at the library. Now, the wonderful grand opening with the library, very exciting.
Yes.
Story time from 10:30 to 11:30.
No dogs this time, though.
I know. We can't have them there every night.
They were sure cute, though.
I
And
never even
then,
got a chance to make it over there to see him. I wanted to see the sled
I know,
dogs,
I was stuck at the booth all day.
Well, I just saw them on Facebook, but I thought
not-
they were darn cute.
Right? I was so excited. Actually, I had a lot of fun at the radio booth. I cannot
Okay.
complain.
That's in flux, so I don't know what's happening with Sit and Knit.
I was just going to ask you because I missed it. Was it yesterday? Did it happen?
I
Hasn't
wasn't
Catherine been
there.
running that?
Well, sort of.
Catherine, if you are listening, give us the rundown on
the
the
Sit-in-It.
comments on the Sit-in-It session.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because we're just not sure where
Darcy.
Darcia is
Yeah.
Yeah.
on that.
I feel like I need to zap Sharon with some energy.
I am just, yeah, yeah.
Zap.
And I don't have anything except the regular on for next Wednesday, just
Uh-huh.
pickleball in the library. And then Thursday is the same old thing again.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
It is
then
the
when
Senior
are
Citizens
the...
Potluck and Games. That's happening next Thursday.
Yeah.
yeah.
And the food bank is open, and Craig Mara Karaoke is at the Oasis at 8:30.
Right. And, of course, you can always go visit the chamber, the Mystiquat, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. on Friday, the 21st. And then Southern Fried Nuptials will be performing... Is it going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or just Sunday? Yeah.
Okay.
So you can also see Southern Fried Nuptials again if you miss it this first weekend on the 21st, 22nd at 7, or on the 23rd at 2 o'clock.
Right. And then we will strike the set and we will be no more.
Right. And then we have auditions for Church Basement Ladies coming up.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is a
Nice.
musical being directed by Debbie McConnell. And it's going to be brilliant.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Very excited
And
about that.
those auditions are the 25th and the 26th, correct?
I
Of-
believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And
believe
she's-
so.
She's going to come in next week. We're going to do some recording for an announcement for that to let
I
everybody
know.
about
I'm
that.
doing it with her.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, because
yeah.
it's set, in the Midwest, over in the Minnesota.
Oh, you don't say.
You don't say, so we gotta get, the good Minnesota.
Okay.
Oh, well,
so,
I'll be out in a minute. I just got to finish milking the goats here. But Sharon's raising her hand there.
auditions are actually Monday and Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesday, so
Yeah,
the 25th, 24th, and 25th.
Yes.
So why
yes.
don't you go ahead and get on down there on the 25th and then 26th and
No,
just go-
24th and 25th.
the 24th
You're
and the 25th
sharing
and-
misinformation there.
Oh,
know.
and then just go ahead and get yourself an audition there and
Yeah,
sit
yeah.
down and have a good time.
Now you gotta be able to sing like this too.
That's great.
No, don't scare people.
What? Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
You do not need to have to sing like that, everybody.
No,
It's
you do
fine,
not.
but it will be a lot of fun. I'm super excited for her.
I
Yeah.
think that'd be great. All right, so really, is that about it? Because I got a couple things I'd like to add to this.
Well, we want to add, of course, the upcoming things.
Oh,
Right.
yes.
So on the what do you have upcoming?
Well, the Arts Guild Community Art Show is February 28th
Yes.
through March 2nd.
Oh yeah.
And that will be really nice. And then we have the Recycled Art Show on April 3rd.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then go ahead.
Go
sorry.
ahead,
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Recycled art show.
That's it. I was just.
Oh,
you
I was
know.
gonna say I found something that was posted
Okay.
and I saved it. The community giveaway supporting pregnant moms and children up to age 5 by the Spokane Tribal Network, and some of the local communities are doing that on March 1st from 11 to 2 p.m. over at St. Mary of Rosary over here.
Okay.
And so they're doing a giveaway for expectant moms or new moms and children up to age 5. The only criteria to qualify is that you live in Stevens County.
Okay.
Okay.
And what if I have things I don't? But what if I have things I want to donate? Does it say anything there about?
It does not. It just says pre-registration is required by February 20th, so that's important. Register online. In-person registration will be held on the 19th from 11:30 to 1 at Fired Up Pizza. And it just gives a distribution location. I would contact probably the church would be the easiest and
Yeah.
ask them if they accept donations of items if you have baby things that are in good condition, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
clean and ready, and see if they would accept that, because they don't say they will accept donations. But I
Does
saw
it say
that and I
what
wanted
time
to
of things, what type of things they're giving away?
no.
Okay.
It just says community giveaway supporting pregnant moms and children up to age 5. So I assume clothing. I assume maybe
Toys.
maybe some toys, maybe like chairs, the high chairs, or maybe playpens.
Ooh,
Things
that'd
that.
be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I saw that and I thought, oh my gosh, this is really important. I have to make sure to share that. So
You know,
yeah,
one thing again, when our kids were little and when we were expecting, people would ask us what we wanted. A lot of people want to do the fun stuff, the toys and this and that, but practical things, practical, useful things are
huge.
because that's when no everybody wants to be the fun uncle and give you the, the fun toys that are going to make a lot of noise and annoy the parents. But
yeah. The burp cloths. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you go through so many of those. And the little blankets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's-
say we didn't use cloth diapers with ours, but having cloth diapers around the house, we still
they're
keep
so good
cloth
for
diapers around the
everything.
house.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
use them
yeah.
for kitchen
Yeah.
towels.
Yeah.
For us.
I was thinking about that the other day. We had a cloth diaper in an old Volkswagen that we drove because we never could keep the windshield defrosted, and we always kept it so we could wipe
wipe
the
it down.
inside.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Although I
Yeah.
have to say one time, so I made not advocating for it specifically, but I made we were in our travels, we picked some wild apples, and I made a wild I made it no they were plums they were wild plums we found, and I made a plum liquor. It took months of like sitting and fermenting and
In the cloth diaper.
no I made it in a great big jar.
You
but
probably
then-
strained it.
But then
in-
I had to strain it, and I
Yeah.
used a cloth diaper for straining it, which I thought was genius.
All the little fibers.
so like cheesecloth.
Yeah, like cheesecloth, but I hadn't thought it had gone through our dryer. We used dryer sheets in the dryer. So then the whole
Oh,
stuff that I worked for months to
no.
make tasted like dryer
Dryer
sheets.
sheet.
Oh,
Ugh,
It was
the
gross.
chemicals.
I had
yeah.
to throw it out. It was awful.
That
It
would
was
be
awful.
bad.
Anyway, that's my little story. So,
And also coming up is spring.
spring. Spring.
What was that? Is that like where we see flowers and sunlight? I'm
Yep,
not sure what
yep,
that is.
yep.
Apparently, that's starting next week. Because temperatures are hitting almost 50 degrees next
Well,
week.
and
so-
another thing that pictured in the last 10 and 20 years at this time of year was the first buttercups that came into the newspaper office.
Yes.
And so I'm expecting to see that pretty soon, that somebody brings in a buttercup when they take a picture of them when you
Oh, yeah.
bring it down to the newspaper.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
So then
no.
we'll know spring is really coming.
When we see the buttercups.
Yeah.
Yes, and don't rake yet. You're not supposed to rake your leaves. If you left your leaves on your yard like we did, so you can know my house because we left all of our leaves down, you're not supposed to rake your leaves until the dandelions are blooming. Once the dandelions are blooming, there's an alternate source Well, there's a source A for the pollinators, and they're no longer hibernating under those leaves because a lot of
Oh.
pollinators, butterflies, different bees, a lot of bees actually live in the ground and under those leaves, are actually keeping warm and safe under that layer.
Yeah.
So don't rake yet until you see
Okay.
the dandelions. Wait.
I, wait, wait,
Chuck wasn't going to rake anyway.
no, no, of course not. But what I want to know is where specifically the wasps are hiding out, because
Oh my
those I could
gosh,
do without.
right?
Yeah.
Although
Yeah,
they weren't
heard.
bad last year.
Well, I don't know. Daniel made some kind of an agreement with the wasps. We had a huge wasp nest over the garage, and we were able to come and go in the garage, and they left us alone. So
Wow.
he had some major wasp powwow and made an agreement. Now we couldn't go back there and cut the maple babies, that are kind of growing too close to our garage
Yeah.
because of the wasps. They did not like that. And we were not able to weed our raspberry patch. They did not like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
But everything, coming and going, and he's taking equipment and wood, and they were fine.
There's a couple years ago, I was out on my front porch, and I look across. I could kind of see one off in the distance on the other side of the yard, kind of flitting around.
Yeah.
It turns towards me, makes a beeline,
Beeline.
and then,
quite
and then,
Dun,
and
dun,
then,
the
kinda-
wasp line.
and then goes around the corner of the yard where the corner of the house was, makes a 90-degree turn at the corner of the house, comes straight at me, bap, right on the arm, stings me, and then keeps flying.
What?
Like he saw me from across the yard and just said, you know what?
I'm going to sting him.
Screw this guy in particular. I'm going to go over and I'm just going to sting him. And he went way
Wow.
out of his way just to come over and sting me
That is
and then
major
go about
bad
his
wasp
business.
karma.
That's what they do. That's what
Well, and if you kill,
Wow.
I don't know, wasp bees, you kill them. They have put out a scent.
they do. Yeah,
and
they put
then-
out a pheromone that
and then
warns
they
others.
have all these friends who come to avenge their death.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you kill one and you get five that come go.
Yeah, they're vengeful and they're
Right.
spiteful. They don't run away in fear. They attack in
Yeah.
numbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I think I might try to do this year? I think I might try to attract the corvids, the ravens, and the crows. I'm going to put peanuts out.
Nice. Peanuts and bottle caps. Yeah.
Yeah, and see
Yeah.
if I can get them at my
Ah.
house because don't they eat the wasps and stuff?
I don't
They
know.
do, yeah.
Yeah. So I figure we'll see if we can get a marlin house because they keep the mosquitoes away.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been researching all these plants that are supposed to help keep mosquitoes away that they don't like the scent.
Well,
Yeah.
and bats. A lot
Right.
of people put up bat houses.
Well, so I
for
asked about the
mosquitoes.
bats. I've only seen a few in Chuila. I saw some at the big park, but I haven't seen very many around our house. So I have to call the bat guy, and he's got to tell us what is the best place on our house or some of our big trees
Yeah.
to put the bat house so that we can attract the bats.
Yeah.
And then we're supposed to be patient. But
Yeah.
yeah, the marlins, I guess, are easier. You just have to make sure that the house is high and isolated. Like they want it on a tall pole at the top of the pole.
We have for years since we moved in here. We have a giant horned owl that lives in our willow tree out above the creek,
Wow.
and she is magnificent. And we watch her often, especially in the spring. When it comes that time of the year, fraternizing with the other owls that come around. They make a lot of noise. They're a lot of fun. But
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
also have a small dog
I was going to say,
who
owl bait.
yeah, who at one time the owl we assume it was the owl that got her because she came into the house. She loves videos. Her favorite videos since she was a puppy were owl videos.
Yeah.
One day she came in, tail tucked between her legs. 2 weeks she was going potty in the laundry room because she refused to go outside. Didn't have her collar on. Terrified of owl videos from that moment on.
Yeah.
And then about a
wow.
month later, we found her collar. We have a dog yard, right?
Right.
That's fenced in, and then we have our yard, then the creek, and then more yard on the other side of the creek. It was on the other side of the creek where she was never been.
Wow.
Wow.
So our assumption is that owl probably grabbed her collar, and she managed to wiggle out midair.
Thank
and
heavens.
stay in the dog yard, and that owl probably flew off and dropped the collar on the other side of the creek.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she still occasionally that owl hoots, and she starts shaking. So I think that owl
Wow.
got her. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I make very good owl sound.
Anyway, so I would like to go back to events happening before we move on here and get
Okay.
to the break. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to Winterfest.
Oh,
Winterfest
yeah.
was
Yeah.
awesome.
It was a great event. It was a lot of fun. Thank you to all the musicians
Great
coming out,
musicians.
all the volunteers, all
Yeah.
the sponsors, all the people that came out to help.
Yeah.
Big thank you to Karma's Circle, the last band that came out, Nate Ostrander and
Yes.
folks. really good sports. It got really cold.
Super cold.
Super cold, super fast. Most of the audience pretty much dispersed by the time they
Yeah,
started
it was
playing.
so cold.
Because it got so cold. They shortened their set. They only played a few songs.
Yeah.
But if you missed them, and they were
Oh my
phenomenal.
gosh, they were amazing.
Nate's vocals and his guitar playing was, I mean, it was like watching one of those old documentaries of these old like legendary rock
Right?
guitarists from the 60s and
What,
70s.
no, his guitar playing was amazing, but what got me were his
Phenomenal.
vocals.
Yeah.
When he would, so, you know, they're doing a cover, we all know the song, and then he's putting in, and he's putting in all these
It sounded
cool
much better than that.
effects. Oh, it sounded way better than that. But I mean, it was just, I was like, where are these cool sounds coming from? You know, where is this neat effect coming from? And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's him. It
Right.
was so cool.
I was there. I remember you were like, "Oh, what is?" And you looked at me
Yeah.
like, oh, "Did you know that's his
I was
voice?"
totally
Yeah.
geeking out. I was so geeking out. And then the drummer was so awesome. The drummer,
Yes.
you very rarely will see a drummer sing lead vocals because it's hard to sing and drum at the same time.
I had our sound guy,
Oh.
Brendan McCoy with Amplitude Audio. He came over to me during that set, and he's like, "This is the best drummer I have ever worked with."
Oh my gosh.
And Brendan
right?
has done sound around the region, Idaho,
Yeah,
Washington.
I was fangirling.
yeah, for years.
I was
yeah.
like, yeah. Oh yeah. I saw the drummer and I'm just like, I mean, he was so tight. He was so on.
yes.
I mean, their sound was just, and the sound guy, Brendan, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He was telling me that all three of them, that the bass player is actually not a bass player. He's actually a lead guitarist. And he said he's as good as Nate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he sings and does a lot too. So he said that was an extremely talented threesome that all do different things.
Yeah.
But they were
They're
amazing.
really nice guys too.
Oh, really nice guys. And they were so good. I mean, Nate's fingers were so cold,
Yes.
right?
That's-
And we had that heater, both two heaters on him. And
Yeah. But so we are inviting them back. They are going to be here March 8th, performing live in the KCHW Northern Lights Theater to help us celebrate our birthday.
Oh, nice.
And we are going to kick off the KCHW birthday celebration on March 8th at 10 a.m. with
Nice.
a pancake breakfast free for the community.
Yum, yum,
So you
yum.
can come in Saturday morning on March 8th. Get some pancakes, get some breakfast,
Who's
and then
cooking the
and then
pancakes?
go do some stuff for the day. Go back home, take a nap after the early morning. Well, 10
Right.
a.m. is not too early, but you know.
Well, you're going to
some
be
people
stuffed
it
at
is.
pancakes. You might want to take a nap.
Yeah. Go do your stuff for the day. And make sure to come back and get your
Yeah.
tickets
For
for
Nate.
Nate Ostrander, who's going to be, or not Nate Ostrander, for Karma Circle.
Yeah. Oh,
Wi-
it's going to be,
featuring
they're going to
Nate
be, I'm
Ostrander. I
definitely going to
really-
be there. Yeah.
I'm really, really excited about this
Super
one.
excited.
Yeah.
But who's cooking the pancakes? This is a very serious question.
Myself and
Ooh.
volunteers here.
Ooh.
I haven't had any specific volunteers
He says, okay, no, you really don't want me in the kitchen.
to come help make some pancakes.
But Daniel would be good.
Yeah.
Are you going to have like sausages and bacon or what else with the pancakes?
I would definitely like to have something on the side. Maybe
Right?
do some sausages, some of the
Some kind
the
of a
stuff that's-
protein. Yeah.
We don't have a full kitchen here, so or any kitchen really. So
Got to
we're
be
gonna
something that we can put on the griddle.
yeah. we're gonna be relying on like griddles and hot plates, and I have a little tiny little gas stove that we're gonna use. But yeah, it's gonna be a
Very
good time.
exciting.
And I have my 3-bin
Yes, the
food
wash system.
food compliant
Yes.
dishwashing system with the with the wash, rinse, and sanitize cycle. So
Yes.
I just got a food banquet permit. That's what we used to call them
Mhm.
for our dinner this week. And there are some foods that you have to have a permit for, and some you don't. So you might,
Right.
yeah,
no, I'm
Yeah.
looking into all that. I'm gonna make sure we're legal and
yeah, because
And-
like
Don't get shut down. Yeah.
years ago we did some fun run or something, and I found out that if you cut oranges, you have to have a food permit. I think it was oranges. It was something
Oh, wow.
Oh,
weird,
weird.
because you cut them and there could be bacteria or something. I don't know.
oh weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
But
know.
some things like popcorn and other things you do not have to have a permit for.
Yeah.
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 I know that over the summer when Bradley's, because sometimes they sell hot dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were very specific on what they could sell
Yeah.
and what they could not sell because of that
The-
permitting issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That with the county.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, we're all gonna
And
be
they're
good.
just
We're all
there
gonna
to
be good.
keep you safe and
Yeah.
keep you protected and keep
Yeah.
the public safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
I'm excited. Pancake
yeah,
and
yeah, March-
breakfast
March
morning on
8th.
the yes, that's gonna be fun.
Birthday breakfast with KCHW to celebrate our 14th year on the air. And
That just
between-
seems impossible. 14.
Right?
14
Wow.
years.
And between now and then, we are holding a membership drive.
Uh-huh.
So make sure there is a link in the comment section on our Facebook feed right now. You can go to our KCHW.org website. You can go to the KCHW Radio Facebook page and find the link to our membership drive. If you are not a member, if your membership has expired and you didn't renew, if you're interested at all in supporting public radio in Stevens County, make sure to sign up, get yourself a membership for KCHW. There's also on
Yes.
that gift butter form, there are also other options for donating. You can donate, as little as $5. You can do those donations monthly, quarterly, yearly, and have continuing donations go on. Even $5 a month helps a lot. So,
Oh,
Everything helps,
absolutely.
yeah.
yeah, and you can
Yeah.
set that up. That's one cup of coffee
Yeah.
at a coffee shop a month that you could donate and make a huge difference on your local public radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So there
we're
you go.
the public radio Chuck is doing a lot. I mean, he never toots his own horn, but he's been doing a lot of work on the theater in here. He's been doing a lot of work making everything a little bit more people friendly as far as the services that are available out here. There's a sitting area now. There's a better green room. The stage is looking amazing.
It's a mess right now.
Well, but I mean the overall design of the stage and the back baffling and the
Yeah.
lights that you've hung and everything that you're doing. I mean, this is really happening. Things are going on here.
I'm really looking. We're actually
Yeah.
going to put together another work party before the show, probably the next week or two.
Okay.
Going to paint the ceiling black.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and hang some lights and give a little more atmosphere in here and make it really pretty. So,
That'll be fun. It'll
yeah.
be fun.
yeah, good stuff.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, with that said, we are needing to head to break.
'Kay.
We got to thank our sponsors. Listen to a little bit of news, and then we will be back right after this with maybe a little bit of trivia. We got some other fun stuff going on.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
So you're listening to the KCHW 102.7 Morning Show. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
It's 8:17.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
and by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast for February the 12th, 2025. I'm Mike Clifford. President Donald Trump said Tuesday he was signing an executive order to give tech billionaire Elon Musk more power over the federal workforce, adding to Musk's swift and sweeping consolidation of political influence. That from NBC News. They report with Musk standing to his right in the Oval Office. Trump praised the work of his office, known as Doge, and Trump said he wanted Musk to do even more, as Doge faces multiple lawsuits from labor unions and Democratic state attorneys general over whether it's acting within the law. Meantime, the U.S. Department of Agriculture is investigating a bird flu outbreak at an Arkansas broiler operation in Clay County, as well as in some backyard flocks across the state.
According to the Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service, close to 230,000 birds have been exposed to the HPAI virus. Associate Professor of Agricultural Economics and Agribusiness at the University of Arkansas, Jada Thompson, says conditions in these facilities contribute to the spread of the illness.
The breeding systems prolongs the cost of the disease outbreak and prolongs the replenishment of that system. And so when we start talking about the disease outbreak, it's not even just the direct impact and the biological lag to replenishment, but it's also the multiplicative impact in terms of further upstream on that system.
Since December, birds have tested positive in 7 counties across Arkansas, including Sharp, Craighead, and Lafayette. I'm Frida Ross reporting.
As bird flu cases increase across the country, consumers are seeing higher grocery prices at the store. And Nevada's only sitting indigenous lawmaker has introduced a bill to recognize Indigenous Peoples Day on what she calls the correct day, the second Monday in October.
Governor Joe Lombardo issued a proclamation designating August 9th as Indigenous Peoples Day in Nevada. But Assemblywoman Shea Backus says it doesn't pay Indigenous communities the recognition or respect they deserve. She says Assembly Bill 144 would align both dates as is celebrated across the nation.
Indigenous Peoples Day isn't just about a day of recognition. It's about placing Indigenous voices at the forefront of decisions that shape the future of the state. It is this deep cultural connection that has shaped the character of the state of Nevada and should be celebrated.
Backus says opponents of the bill see it as an attempt to remove Columbus Day, a federal holiday, from the books. She rejects that notion and says the second Monday in October could instead be shared between both holidays. But backers of the bill say banks and other establishments already recognize the October date both as Indigenous Peoples Day and Columbus Day and see the bill as a formality to codify the joint recognition into law. I'm Alex Gonzalez reporting.
This is Public News Service. A former community organizer and a newly elected lawmaker is responding to the Trump administration's escalating attacks on the press with a proposed law to strengthen privacy protections for journalists in New Mexico.
Representative Sarah Silva says House Bill 153 is needed to replace a state statute last updated in the 1970s before the internet, email, and cell phones, with the Trump administration targeting journalists as enemies of the state for reporting the daily news. She says it's important to reinforce a reporter's privilege to protect their sources.
Given the current state of affairs at the federal level, I want to do as much as I can to protect journalists here in New Mexico from the threat of subpoena or some sort of civil case.
I'm Roz Brown.
And the Trump administration has begun to dismantle the EPA's office that deals with reducing environmental harms to minority and low-income communities that have faced the brunt of climate change and pollution.
More than 160 staffers in the EPA's Office of Environmental Justice and Civil Rights were put on paid administrative leave last week. Combined with 2 other offices in 2022, more than 200 staffers work for the office. Adrian Hollis with the National Wildlife Federation says the office has an important role in making sure environmental health efforts are distributed equally.
The Office of Environmental Justice and Civil Rights focuses on issues that affect communities and groups of people that are disproportionately impacted by environmental issues, or disproportionately impacted when rules and regulations are not followed, or even when there are issues around site cleanup.
The office was first created by former President George H.W. Bush in 1992. Since 2014, the Environmental Protection Agency has conducted more than 300 reviews of civil rights compliance, including 8 in the Commonwealth. I'm Simone Perez.
We head finally to Illinois, a top meat packing state. And the latest study reinforces the dangers workers in this industry often face.
81% of poultry workers are at high risk for musculoskeletal disorders, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture study. Nearly half reported moderate to severe pain in the past year, but say they didn't report it to their supervisors. Investigative journalist Nina Ilkati with the publication Sentient says the high piece rate system, or how many pieces of meat a worker packages in a given amount of time, is the driving factor.
A lot of people working in meatpacking facilities are migrant and immigrant workers. Some potentially might not be documented.
I'm Judith Ruiz Branch reporting.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Hear us on interesting radio stations, your favorite podcast platform. Find our content and our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
KCHW is online at kchw.org. Listen to the live stream, find out about station events, memberships, local weather, and volunteering. You're listening to KCHW 102.7.
Is it on?
I forgot this the first time around.
Yeah. It can't be local without our...
Right?
Without the horse.
Yeah.
Roundup.
Good boy.
Okay. I was thinking.
I love that boy. Good boy.
Good boy, yeah. I was thinking it might be funny to kind of share some of the legends about Valentine's Day since that's coming up here soon.
Yes, please.
But I don't know. Okay, well, okay. All right, so the first one has pagan origins, right? Valentine's Day may have originated from the Roman festival of Lupercalia, which was celebrated in mid-February. Lupercalia was a fertility festival that involved animal sacrifice, whipping women with the hides of sacrificed animals, and pairing men and women by lottery.
Oh, my.
Right? That sounds very exciting. Or the Christian origins. Valentine's Day is named after Saint Valentine, who was likely based on two men executed by the Roman Emperor Claudius II in the 3rd century.
It's always somebody executed by the
Always.
Romans.
Got to be a martyr, right?
Romans.
One of those Romans, they just did so much bad.
Pesky Romans.
One of the men was a priest who secretly married couples which went against the emperor's wishes. And the story behind that is the emperor thought that men fought better if they were not married and not
Yes.
regularly having, relations. So
Yes.
he banned marriage for his soldiers. Another
Was
man.
he aware you don't need marriage to...
I'm just saying. Another man was a bishop who helped Christians escape Roman prisons. Or the Romantic origins. Valentine's Day didn't become a romantic holiday until the 14th century. The poet Geoffrey Chaucer was the first to link Saint Valentine with romantic love. Aww. Written Valentines began appearing in the 1400s. And Esther Howland popularized Valentine's Day cards in America in the 1800s. Have you seen her beautiful cards?
No, but that seems so long ago, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, she made these beautiful. I'm going to copy here. Control C. Her work, because she is actually famous. Her cards are, where am I? Are unbelievably famous.
What was the name?
Esther Howland.
Esther Howland.
I did the wrong thing here. Hold on. Yes, and her beautiful lace scalloped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so she did some amazing stuff. So I was going to pull some up here.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody out there, look at that.
So it's up on my screen. There's nothing bad. If you wanted to share my screen, I have images of her original cards. These are serious collector items now.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell people it'd take me too long to get over there and get that shared. But
gotcha.
Yeah, look it up. Esther Howland. They're actually really cool.
Yeah, they're very, very cool. So lots of neat uses of lace and those, what are those doily things? Is it doilies?
Yeah.
Those paper things that you put under. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what is the purpose of doilies? What is the purpose of doilies?
To be pretty.
For what?
For being pretty.
Well, also to protect your furniture.
Yeah, but those are the pretty lace ones.
Yeah.
I know anytime I've ever had any interaction with them, it's to get stains on that can't come out. And then before you know it, they're really gross and dirty and brown and ugly. And then you try to wash them and then they don't, you can't wash those things.
Well, you can, but you have to do it by hand.
Yeah.
So yeah, paper doilies can be used to decorate tables, food displays, and more. Ooh.
But you definitely can't wash the paper ones.
No.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Yeah, because we use them. You can make really neat Valentine's Day cards by using
Mhm.
your doilies that have like the hearts and the little lace around the heart,
Mhm.
and then you put that on a piece of paper, and then you use your those round
Your bingo stamper?
Yeah, bingo stamper, and you go around it, and then you
Joking.
you lift. Seriously, they are. You go around and you lift them up, and they leave a really pretty lace imprint on the card that makes a
Oh,
really
cool.
lovely Valentine.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, it says for protection, to protect your furniture from scratches and protect your tables from hot plates.
Huh.
You know, it used to be a thing back in the day. The grandmas would, sit there and knit doilies, and they
Yeah.
were
Oh, yeah.
they were,
No,
they
I've
were
got-
pretty, and
It
they give
says
them out.
to
and then-
protect the backs and the arms of chairs.
Yeah, so
also.
your people sweat didn't
Yeah.
get on
Yeah.
your furniture.
your soul glow doesn't get on the
Yeah.
couch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now we're gonna do trivia. I'm gonna look
Okay.
at Valentine's Day trivia.
No, I've got it. I've got
Oh,
some
you
right
got
here.
it?
I've
Okay.
got
Yeah,
some right
so
here.
we don't get to look at it.
Oh man.
No. You guys, I'm gonna. If you want to
You're
look
gonna
some,
stump
if you
us.
if you want some, if you want to look some up and go back and forth, we can do that. But
Okay.
I've got some here for you.
Okay.
So number one, according
42.
According to Roman mythology, Venus, who is the goddess of love, and Mercury, the god of travel, wearing a winged hat, are the parents of what god of desire, erotic love, attraction, and affection?
Eros or
No.
Cupid.
Cupid. That
It
is
just
right.
depends on what pantheon you are using here. Okay.
They are the parents of Cupid. Yep.
Yes.
All right. What company is often credited with creating the
Hallmark.
first box of Valentine's Day chocolates?
Oh, the Schumer, the one that it's got all those ones, the candies that you don't want to eat. That you have to like eat half of.
It rustles.
No. No. Those I think have kind of made the candy go downhill, but this is a better company. It's a company you've heard of.
Hershey?
No.
No.
I'm going to say they're the first credit with the Valentine's Day chocolates, but I really associate them more with Easter.
Is it the that place where you go to buy chocolate? You know, See's Canton. Yeah, See's.
No.
Not See's. Okay.
No.
That's a Spokane one, isn't it?
This is an English chocolate company based out of England.
Okay. Well, obviously we don't know what it.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Cadbury.
Oh, sure.
Cadbury.
Yeah. Okay.
You're
okay,
saying
okay.
Cadbury
Yeah,
eggs.
eggs.
Yeah,
I love Cadbury's
Right?
chocolate. I think
Yeah.
it's so good. Good stuff. Anyway. All right. So some of these are movie and TVs.
Okay.
So sorry,
So
Sharon.
I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I'm going
Sharon.
to just sit here and not answer.
Okay. The TV show Parks and Recreation is credited with starting what alternative to Valentine's Day?
No idea, because I never watched Parks and
I have,
Recreation.
I have never watched it either, but I have heard of this one. They created Galentine's Day, which is celebrated February 13th.
What is that about?
Galentine's Day. I don't know. I don't know.
Wow.
But we can look it up, but in the meantime,
We don't care.
right. Nobody cares. All right. So what do florists call a single red rose surrounded by baby's breath? There's a specific name for this arrangement.
Of rose.
It's in a bud vase, so is it something to do with the
Bud face?
bud?
No.
No.
It doesn't have anything to do with the vase.
Okay.
I feel like this could be in a vase or wrapped in plastic or...
It's called a signature rose.
Yes, it is. Did you Google that?
Did you cheat?
Never.
Did you
Never.
cheat? Are you
I
cheating?
utilized my resources to the nth degree.
You know I can see your screen if I wanted to.
Oh man.
I could cut that off. I could close that.
You
All right.
could. Okay, I'll close
Okay.
it.
Roses symbolize love. What do yellow roses symbolize?
Marriage.
No.
What do yellow roses? They like true love because you use them for marriage.
No. That's not what it says here.
Oh man.
What why would you send somebody yellow roses? I might send yellow roses to you two.
Friendship.
Friendship. Yes, friendship. Thank you. All right. Here we go. Endless Love. The song Endless Love was voted best love song of all time by Billboard. It was sung by Diana Ross and whom? Who was the duet Diana Ross sung the song Endless Love with? My endless love.
Yeah. People are like, they're
I
crying.
don't know.
Yeah.
Kenny Rogers.
Nope.
Oh, that's a good guess, though.
That was a good guess, but not true.
Because he sings a lot of
Right?
duets with
Ooh, who is that?
wonderful singers.
Right?
He does.
Who is that guy that has the crooning voice?
Frank Sinatra, but that would
no,
be
no,
a
no.
long time ago.
He's the seducing, and he's got the really low voice.
Oh, like Al Green or something?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
not
No.
him? Okay.
No. He was very popular around that time, especially in the 80s. Did a lot of singles.
Is he the guy that did I Left My Heart in San Francisco? Tony Bennett?
Nope.
I'm not going to cheat.
Trying to get Sharon
He's
to
trying
cheat.
to get me to cheat.
I
Oh, my
share a last
goodness.
name, though spelled quite differently with this guy.
Oh, you do share the last
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
related?
No, I'm not. It's not spelled the same.
Okay.
I don't know.
Richie.
Chucky. Richie.
It's
Lionel?
Yes, Lionel Richie. There you go. Lionel Richie. Yep.
I did cheat.
Well, I'm not.
Okay, so this is a Hollywood love story.
Okay.
Ashton Kutcher was married to his first wife, Demi Moore, for 8 years.
Uh-huh.
He's now married to his second wife, Mila Kunis. What TV show did they meet while filming?
70s show.
That 70s show. There you go. That was an easy one, right? Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
For pop trivia, culture trivia, that was an easy one. All right, another movie one here. Where do the main characters meet on Valentine's Day at the end of Sleepless in Seattle?
Oh, that's at that tower in New York.
Empire State Building, but it's in Seattle.
That was the original. That was the original story that it was based on.
Yeah. The Space Needle.
Yeah.
No. Then it's the Sears
Oh
building.
no, you were right. It is. You're right. It was the Empire State Building, not
Okay.
in Seattle, because they did meet at the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
As with
That
the
is one
original
movie
story.
I saw.
Yeah.
Right?
Wait,
Did
so-
they really meet in the Empire State? But that's not in Seattle.
Nope.
No, but it's where they meet at the end of the show. He said.
Because it's where they met at the beginning and they meet again. Just what is the classic love story that was based on? For an extra point.
I don't know. That
It's
one.
a black and white movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was, and they missed each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. She went up and he went down. And
That
they
wasn't
missed each other.
Casablanca, was it?
No.
No,
Casablanca, yeah, definitely
No.
not.
It's one of those old ones. I
You
don't
better
know.
have the answer if you're asking us
I
questions.
don't, because I'm asking you. I don't know.
All right, now I have to look that up. That's my job here.
Okay.
She's the cheater job person.
I'm not cheating.
No,
We
no,
actually
you're-
need to know this
you're-
information.
She is our
What movie
resource
is the-
person.
Okay. So we're looking for the name of this actress. And can you pay attention and type at the same time, Paula?
Sure.
No.
Okay.
So ask the question.
In the movie Notting Hill, what
Oh,
actress
I saw
says
that one too.
you have? I really, that one's a cute movie. In the movie Notting Hill, what actress says, "I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy"?
Oh, yeah,
as
Notting-
aimed to love her?
Yeah, that's
yeah. She was also in that other show.
yeah. She was not. Is it not Notting Hill?
Notting
She's-
Hill.
Yeah, Notting Hill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's a famous actress, and she goes and you know.
Yeah, but who was the star?
One
What
of
was
the
it?
most famous actresses.
She's got
Oh,
the
gosh.
big smile.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah,
in
her name
Runaway
is
Bride
just right there, and yeah,
and Lady in Red or whatever.
yeah, and with Richard Gere in that other show.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've got the right actress. What's her name?
Julia Roberts.
Yes,
Julia Roberts.
yes.
There you
yeah,
go.
and
There you
I
go.
did not. An Affair to Remember was the movie that
An
Sleepless
Affair
in
to Remember,
Seattle
yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes.
right. That and
with Cary Grant. Oh
and
gosh,
I've
I
actually
remember
seen that
Yes.
one, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we have one last here. West Side Story, the Broadway musical by Leonard Bernstein, is based on what play? This is an easy one.
Romeo and Juliet.
There you go, Romeo and Juliet.
I'm still
But-
thinking. I'm still cogitating.
West Side Story. Come on.
Oh my God! Everything is based on Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet is just referenced everywhere,
All restaurants are Taco Bell.
right?
Yep, pretty much.
Fast food wars. Yes.
Do you guys have any big plans with your loves for Valentine's Day?
My love will be on stage.
So
Oh,
will
yeah.
I. Yeah.
But you're
So-
gonna go and you're gonna have that wonderful dinner.
Yes, with Xander, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna throw things at his dad.
Awesome.
Yes. No, I'm not going to. Look at the look she's giving me. She's like, you're not really going to. No, we would not.
I was just wondering, like, is this part of the play? I haven't seen this part. Who's cleaning up after this?
Right? We know that
Or
there's
is
going to be
this just on-
popcorn available.
Or is this just on a personal level after the play is over?
No. And actually, we will be very carefully monitoring or very carefully following the rules of an audience member watching a play, which is to not disrupt the play and to be good audience members and to have
Yeah.
our cell phones off and
to laugh and clap
and to laugh and
appropriately.
clap appropriately.
I'm just wondering under what circumstances you need to specify that you will be behaving as an audience member.
Well,
what causes that?
We've had a couple of moments in recent plays where people have not remembered that they're at a live show. And so the center has drafted a contract for audience participant something? Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Sort of guidelines.
And
I do,
guidelines, yeah.
I do have noticed there have been last few shows I've been to, that back room back there has been available for parents with children that need, that are
Really?
crying. I've
Really?
noticed some kids going back there.
Oh.
Parents bringing their kids back in there to.
Okay.
I thought that was official.
No, that's where Jay puts all the sound equipment so he can mic everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. Oops.
Now we know. Oh
now
my
we know
gosh.
why that sometimes doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. Now we know why.
Kids are back. I'll send you hear a kid's voice over the microphone. Over wireless. Wow.
Oh my gosh, did you know that today in 1879 at New York City's Madison Square Garden, the first artificial ice rink in North America was opened?
No.
1879.
Isn't that
Wow.
amazing? Daniel so desperately would like to turn all of the water coming from our sump pumps into a special place in our backyard because we want to make our own ice skating rink in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
It's cold enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even
Some
though,
years. Yeah.
Well, it's what, 2?
Yeah. Our problem out here is that it warms up so much during the day that it melts it.
Yeah.
They did that ice skating rink at the
skate park.
Skate park.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the one person who was doing it was grooming it every single day, and it was a lot of work. A lot of work to keep it frozen.
Oh yeah.
So unless you have the elements underneath it to keep it frozen, like you would in an indoor skate rink, it's
relying on
difficult.
nature, especially these last few years, has been a little.
I know, but
unreliable.
we think that underneath all the trees, right, the ice will hold, and we want to make a cool little ice skating path going through by the railroad tracks around the back of our property and around the front. None of us in the house know how to ice skate, but we think this is a really cool idea.
Well, when I was a kid, we didn't have ice skates, but we used our roller skates in the winter.
Oh, fun!
Yeah, and we would go. There was a creek near our place, and we would go roller skate on that when it froze over.
Wow.
That's cool.
Seems like the wheels would just kind of go whichever direction they
Oh
want.
yeah, well and it dates me. We had the roller skates that you tightened with a key. You put on your shoes and tightened them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good
'cause
segue.
I'm
Let's.
old.
No, that's cool because they're bringing those back now. Now they're retro and they're fun.
Yeah,
but they fit all
the metal.
shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would actually like to get, but at some of those I've seen they had like the metal wheels. I would imagine those would be really hard on whatever surface you're using them on.
Yeah, probably.
Because I think as a kid I had a pair of those. I didn't really use them. They were more just like for a toy. 'Cause
Yeah.
my parents were like, "Don't you dare put those on in our house." And they had, because they were like cast metal.
Yes. Yes.
And they had the ridge in the middle of the wheel
Mhm.
that was like this sharp metal ridge. Right. If you went on a wooden floor with those, it would.
Oh my gosh!
Instantly destroy that floor.
Destroy the floor.
Yeah. They make a lot of the good stuff. The wheels now they're grippy and you can use them a lot of like the roller derby rinks now have like they're almost like a soft, almost like a or like a hard
I was gonna
rubber.
say they're hard rubber. They're
Yeah.
plasticky things.
Yeah. It's like a thin rubber membrane that they put down that kind of has this grip.
So it's an all-weather tire.
I know exactly.
pretty much.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. You know what else? I just recently, we should check. I am wondering if the bowling alley has anything going on.
Oh, I know they do the neon bowling and all that. Really quick though, while you're doing that, let's go ahead and let's continue that thread and go on with It Happened Today.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
today is National Hug Day. Did you know that?
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Well, let's do What Happened Today, and then we'll get on to the today's special events. How about that? So we'll go with 1892. Former President Abraham Lincoln's birthday was declared a national holiday in the United States. Was that the... Okay, for a second I read that as he declared his own birthday a national holiday, but that's not right.
No.
1892, that was very shortly after his presidency. That wasn't...
I would
Because he
think
was president
so.
with the 1860s?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and another thing, when I was a kid, I don't know about other places, but we got off for Lincoln's birthday. We got off for Washington's birthday.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then they combined it to President's Day.
Just the one.
Just the one.
Just the
yeah.
one.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah.
Man.
I think
and
we
why
should-
does it have to be on Lincoln's Day, huh? Why can't it? What
Well,
did Washington? Why
no,
not Washington? Why does he
It's
deserve
not
his own
on
day?
Lincoln's
Not on
because it's
Lincoln.
next Monday.
Yeah.
Right, that's true.
It's
well,
the closest.
Close-ish.
Yeah.
Close-ish, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we should skip the next three because they're boring.
Okay, yeah. Those are all lame.
I like International Darwin Day. Is this when the Darwin Awards are given out?
I don't know. Is this
That sounds boring to me.
Oh my
With the
gosh,
Darwin
no.
Awards?
It is totally hysterical. So the Darwin Awards are given to people who do things that are so unbelievably stupid they should not reproduce.
Oh.
Well, and traditionally, a Darwin Award is given to someone who was killed doing something incredibly stupid.
Incredibly stupid. Yes.
It's at least, yeah. It's
So-
a little morbid, but you know.
So this is
always
not
fun.
that, which
No,
is
it's not.
boring. International Darwin Day on February 12th will inspire people throughout the globe to reflect and act on principles of intellectual bravery, perpetual curiosity, scientific thinking, and hunger for truth as embodied in Charles Darwin. It will be a day of celebration, activism, and international cooperation for the advancement of science, education, and human well-being.
What a lot of lofty words.
That's a lot of lofty
Outstanding.
words. National Freedom to Marry Day.
Ooh.
Oh.
You skipped Lincoln's birthday because
Well,
we
'cause we already
already
talked about
I
it.
know, but it is.
Right?
National Lost Penny Day.
Yeah, I got to figure out what that's about.
Yeah.
National Lost Penny. Well, it is. You know, we're about to lose the penny.
I didn't know
collectively.
that. Are we?
Yeah. There's and you know it's.
Well, then how can they charge $10.99?
Right.
So there are other countries that do a rounding system. There
Oh.
have been a lot of other countries that actually, and this one, you know, like I could take or leave a penny, take or leave a penny, haha. You know, like they do at the counters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
bad. Anyways, yeah, like they're kind of annoying because they're really not. I mean, would you bend down to pick up a penny on the ground?
Yes.
Yes.
I say two rhymes.
Okay.
I say, see a penny, let it lie, then bad luck will pass me by.
That's true.
Right? And then I say, see a penny, pick it up, and all day long you'll have good luck.
See,
So you've got to get rid of the bad luck first, and then you take the good luck, and then I say, I pick it up, and I say, I will accept prosperity.
I actually do. I pick up any coins
Right.
I find because I feel like the money gods will be angry at me
See?
if I say like
if you walk by it,
because
blithely,
then they'll be like, oh, this guy doesn't need money. He just walks right by it. So we'll
exactly.
just not give him any more.
right now the
So-
people we're both saying this, and we're both like poor, but just saying,
It's not working.
right? Just saying, in the off chance, I'm gonna say my get rid of bad luck one, and then I'm gonna say my good luck one, and then I'm gonna say thank you for the prosperity.
Yep.
Right? So, National Lost Penny Day has been connected with the birthday of Abraham Lincoln because his picture has been on the penny since 1909.
Oh, okay.
Blah, blah,
Handsome
blah.
fella on the penny.
Right? So, the history of the word penny, on the other hand, is unclear. Historians have come up with different explanations for the name penny. Some say it was derived from the word pawn, which means pledge or debt. Some say it was derived from the West Germanic word for frying pan because it has a shape of a frying pan. I don't think so.
I don't think
I was going to say, I don't think so. Doesn't have like a little handle or anything. I don't know what they're talking about. Okay. Starting in 1995, National Lost Penny Day was coined by Adrian Sue Coopersmith, an eventologist. I want that job.
A what ontologist?
An eventologist. Oh my God, that's hysterical.
What is an eventologist?
I
do?
don't know, but I want that job. Okay, Adrienne Sue, while coining the day, explained that petty cash can make a significant difference. So simply searching for lost pennies can help you find a reasonable amount of money, which may help you buy something important or fun for that day. Looking for lost pennies can help you find other lost items that went missing ages ago. So basically,
Oh.
today's the day that you have to dig around in your sofa and underneath your car to find all the lost penny and crumbs and anything else that might be lost in those areas.
That's where that French fry went. I've been looking for that. Yum.
Right?
Yeah. Wow.
So Katie Darling has a comment. Can we?
Yes,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
She says that the fish truck is in Chihuahua today, by
Oh,
the
yeah.
way.
Yay! The
So-
fish truck, the fish truck.
So I used to work with this guy, Sully. He was an older guy, really cool guy. I used to build cabinets and stuff with him. Finnish carpenter. Spent his earlier career. He was a dancer for the USO, a professional ballroom dancer during World War II. He'd go around with some of the more famous as a backup dancer to some of the more famous dancers. Anyway, but he would walk around. We did construction together. We worked for a contractor. Our base setup was up in a tore down old like laser tag place in the mall, and we were there for years in that same space. And he would take walks during his lunch break. He'd walk around the mall staring at the floor. And we talked about like, why are you always walking around staring at the floor? And he would stare at the floor looking for change, because a lot of kids in the mall would run around, the change would fall out of their pocket. And we're like, oh, that's fun, but you spend a lot of time doing it. Do you get enough money? He's like, yeah, every single year I make enough money with my head down looking at this floor in this mall to take my wife and myself to Hawaii for a vacation.
Oh my gosh.
Every single year. And we're like, he's like, yeah, kids drop money all the time and they never stop and pick it up. So yeah, he would get quarters, dollars.
Wow.
Sometimes he would come back and he's like, yeah, I found a $50 bill on the floor. And people just walk right by it. They don't even notice because people don't,
people don't
look at the floor.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But there's also that story of the fellows that one looks down and all he sees is the ground, and the other looks up and he hears the birds and sees the birds in the beautiful sky.
Mm-hmm.
So it's what
Who do you want to be? Yeah.
Who do you want to be?
I want to be the person that looks straight ahead and sees everything else.
Right? Doesn't run into the pole.
Right?
Because that would be me. I'd be looking down and then I'd be looking up and then I would run into the pole. Oh my gosh. Have you heard that joke?
Well, we don't know what joke you're talking about.
Okay, it literally took me 3 months to get this joke.
Okay.
Two men walked into a bar. No, two men walked into a pole.
Ouch.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
They walked into the pole or walked into the bar? Which are you saying?
They walked into the pole. I'm obviously messing up the joke, but that's the joke.
Yeah, they walked into the bar.
They walked in the bar and then walked into the pole. Yeah, and it's like, I'm like, okay, and then what? I did the same thing, and my daughter laughed at me. And then I'm like, no, there's got to be more to the joke. And she's like, no, Mom, that's it. They walked into the pole. And I'm like, well, and then what? And
it's
then
supposed
what?
to be a bar. They walk into the bar because, a bar.
Oh, yeah, they walked into that's
a
probably
bar.
the joke right there.
Yeah,
They walked into the bar. But I am so literal. I'm like, well, okay, and then what? And then what happened? What happened when they walked in? Mom, they walked into the bar. And I'm like, okay, and? Yeah, she laughed at me for months for that joke.
Okay, I don't get it.
See? Right? Because
they walk into a bar. There's a bar, like a metal bar.
And they
walk
walked into it.
And it hurts.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
Thank you.
See?
Thank you. I'm validated now because
it's really not
Well,
funny,
I don't
but-
think that's a funny joke.
Thank you. I didn't either. And
It's not even a dad joke.
I kept waiting for the rest of the joke, and she would just be like, "Mom," and everybody around me was laughing, and I'm like, "No, it's not funny. I don't get it."
I think it's one of those jokes from like the 50s, when you watch the old humor from the 50s and it's just none of it's really funny.
Right? You're like, I don't know. I actually don't know because I don't watch humor from the 50s.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You ever watch a lot of stuff like stand-up comedians and stuff from when you're a kid and think, why did I think this was funny? Sometimes
Oh,
it's just
yeah,
not
but
funny.
their some, like
Humor
you watch the
changes.
Carol Burnett show
I
and
was
Tim
just
Conway.
yeah.
We are still laughing over those.
Okay,
so
yeah,
There was a
hard.
bit on that came up on my anyway
Some stuff
on
is
my
timeless,
computer the other
and-
day, and it was just like, oh, this is one I haven't seen. It was so funny.
Right?
You know?
I think a lot of the physical comedy from back in the late 70s, early 80s that was really
before.
hilarious.
I'm watching
even-
I
even
Love
before
Lucy
then.
on Prime, and it's hysterical.
Yeah.
But I
Her
look back
eyes
at like
are so big, and the drama
Yeah.
she gets into, the silliest stuff.
Well, I'm thinking like the old, like the original Chevy Chase, and as much as I love him dearly, like the old Steve Martin, a lot of the physical comedy they did, it was just not really that funny.
I don't think it was that funny.
Yeah,
I
it's not
liked
funny.
Steve Martin's later stuff, but I mean, oh
Yes.
my gosh, the physical comedy of Carol Burnett and Lucille Ball.
Yeah.
Like I love what she does. Like Ricky comes home and his house is different. Like every time he comes home, she might be in her nightgown still, in her dressing coat. She might have redone the house to look like Cuba. I mean, the poor guy, he never knew what he was getting when he showed up in that door. Lucy, where are you?
Yeah, I definitely agree with Carol Burnett. I watched some of those today, and
Oh,
it makes you hurt from laughing. Especially
Oh
when
gosh, right?
the funniest parts were like Tim Conway when they crack up.
Oh
When they
yeah,
can't hold
because
and Carol
themselves.
Burnett,
well,
yeah.
and because they would have a rehearsal in the afternoon, and then they'd do the show, and he would put things in the show that he hadn't done in the rehearsal, and so they're trying not to crack
Trying
up.
not to crack
Yeah.
up, right?
Yeah.
And what was her name? Not Carol Burnett, but the other lady. Her name
Lawrence. Last name Lawrence.
Lauren. Yeah, she. Oh my gosh,
Vicky
Vicky
Lawrence.
Lawrence. So, oh my gosh. So Tim Conway would be sitting there trying to get the story out, and he'd change it, and so Carol Burnett is like turning and they have their head down, and then Vicky Lawrence should be as the mom, right? As she totally
yeah.
straight faced, and then she drops that one liner, and I mean, people would fall on the floor. They
Yeah.
would just be like, I can't even.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, those are still very good.
They are. Yeah. They still sell. Do they still have like the late night advertisements? They used to do that where they'd sell like the
Oh, yeah.
box set of the entire.
I
Carol
have
Burnett's-
I have a
don't-
box set of lots of them, but there's still shows that they show on, that I see that
yeah.
I'm going, I haven't seen that one.
Nice.
Yeah, and the one that I like that I've never seen again was where Carol and probably Harvey, whatever his name is, they're a couple and they have friends that come to visit, and it's time for the friends to go home, and she turns the pillow to goodnight instead of welcome, and she does something else, and then they pull out the sofa and they lay in the sofa, and then somebody shuts the sofa. Oh, it was just hilarious, and in part of it she walks off stage and comes back with her head full of curlers.
Yes!
It was just it was so
We've all had
funny.
that person in our house who will not leave, and you're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
get out.
I've come to realize that sometimes I'm that person.
You
Sorry, friends.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had, oh my gosh, right? Or like you're trying to go to bed, you have house guests, and they're trying to go to sleep, and they will not go to sleep, and you're like, okay, well, I have to work in the morning. I have to go to bed now.
Good night.
All right.
Good night, guys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Good night. You let me know if you need anything, and they just keep talking. You're like, oh my god.
Aye.
Oh, yeah.
We had house guests recently who did that, and I was just like, dude,
Go to bed.
go to
Good
bed.
night.
Yeah.
Just hand him a card to a local hotel.
Oh man, I wish. I was thinking about it.
We got this
funny.
really great place in town. You guys should really check it out. Yeah. That's why when I go to visit my folks, we stay in a hotel. Not necessarily because they do that to us, but because we do that to them.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go. Well, we got to go back to the hotel and get the
Right.
kids to bed.
Get to
Yeah.
bed.
Yeah.
Well, the kids are 18 now. I don't know if you
Yeah,
know
they're
that.
not kids anymore. All right, so in addition to all that stuff, though, we got a little off track there. It's National Plum Pudding Day,
Yep.
Paul Bunyan Day, and Safety Pup Day. I've never had plum pudding.
I haven't
Me
either.
either.
I let alone put my thumb. Wasn't it like the
Little Boy Blue?
nursery rhyme
Yeah.
about putting his thumb in plum pudding?
And pulled out.
Or you-
Yeah.
No, it was a pie. Or was it?
Put something in the pie and the.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Never-
so go ahead.
I'm a big fan of plums. Never had plum pudding. I don't even know what it is.
Oh, did you know that National Safety Pup Day is celebrated annually to recognize Safety Pup, the child safety mascot of the National Child Safety Council? So it's a mascot we're celebrating.
Oh,
And we're
okay.
teaching children about safety. But what I think
Interesting.
is really, really cool is the thing after that. Did you know that Americans are injured by musical instruments, and somehow we are tracking the number of how many Americans? I'm more fascinated by the fact that this is getting recorded. Like, is there like a national hotline you have to call? I'm sorry, my daughter got her finger stuck in the flute. It took us 5 minutes to get it out. I mean, you know what I mean? Don't you wonder, like, do you have to call?
Yeah.
Well, or is this just injuries that were so bad that you went to the emergency room?
Like, do kids pass out because they're trying to play the tuba for the first time? And they end up,
9,500.
9,005. That's a lot
Yeah.
of injuries by musical instrument. Do you get so frustrated trying to play the clarinet that you use it as a weapon against your fellow,
Yes.
Trying,
right? You know?
I'm trying so hard
Your
not to
fellow
make an American
orchestra?
Pie joke, but I don't think that's appropriate.
Oh,
This
my
one time
gosh.
in band camp.
Well, and some
Yeah.
instruments you could pick up and hit your brother with, but a piano you can't.
No, that would be a little hard.
I really feel like
right?
a flute makes a good instrument or
Yeah.
a good weapon, though.
Good
Yeah.
way. And it
'Cause it's got-
sings while you swing it. It'll
Yeah,
go
yeah.
whoo like that. It'll
Exactly,
make a noise.
exactly.
Yeah.
Makes it very, very satisfying. Or
Well,
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was about to say we're running out of time.
Go ahead, darling.
I know.
No, you go ahead, darling.
Oh, we've been pretty silly today.
Right?
Coffee hit in. Woohoo!
It's the cold. It kind of scrambles the brain.
Oh yeah, and I'm still not warmed up.
I know, right?
You know, I'm not going to be warmed up till the end of March.
Right?
Oh, next week. It's going to be almost 50 degrees. So,
that's
maybe...
going to be really exciting because I'm going to walk outside. You know, one thing about it we've had this extra sunshine this last week, and I have a greenhouse, and then I have a thermometer out there with a little reader in the house. So when it's cold at night, it's the same temperature as outside.
Yeah.
But during these it got up to 87 the other day inside the greenhouse. I didn't go out and stand in it. The week before I did when it was 80, and I went out and just sat in the greenhouse. It was so wonderful.
Go out there with a beverage and
I was just going to say, good book.
And just like...
Yeah.
Do you have like a lounge chair out there? You
no,
can just relax
but
in?
you
need
I
one.
just have a bucket I sit on.
Oh my gosh. Okay, speaking of a book, I have to say, so anybody who came to the One Acts and saw me doing the One Act where I was reading Grace Notes, and I say, oh, I would definitely recommend this book. Oh, heck no. So I thought, the book, I've been trying to read this book forever, and no, do not, it's awful. I don't know what the playwright was thinking of when he wrote about her reading Grace Notes and recommending it to her students and he writes so well about his knowledge of women is so amazing. Oh yeah, no,
No guy's knowledge of women is amazing.
It was just, he wrote, and everything was in staccato. Everything, she was sad. It was hot. The smoke was swirling around her head. They sat down. Her mother looked at her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, right? It was really bad. And then I couldn't put it down because I have to finish the book because it might get better.
No.
So I've been trying to read that book. When were the One Acts? The One Acts were in December. I've been trying to read that book for a month, 2 months.
Why would you try? Why would you keep trying?
Obviously,
because it might get better.
Doesn't sound like it.
Then you go back and you read the end. I do that all the time. I start a book and then I read the end, and then I have to read the book to find out how they got from the beginning to the end.
Well, so I did that. I never do that, and I did that because I hated this book that bad. I'm like, it's really got to get better. And they ended it on such a bizarre note that I'm like, how did she have another radio? What? So then I had to go back and actually read the part that I didn't want to read because the ending made absolutely no sense, and there was no resolution. There was no resolution, Chuck. Chuck, there was no resolution at all.
So we do not recommend the book that...
Grace Notes.
Yeah.
By Bernard McClaverty, the Irish writer.
Well, you know what? We do have to get out of here, but you know who was a great author that has their 87th birthday today?
Who is that?
Judy Blume.
Oh,
Judy
nice.
Blume.
Yes.
One of my favorite. I think every kid's favorite, every 80s kid grew up with Judy Blume.
Judy Blume, and what was the book that we all had read?
There was like Super Fudge.
Super Fudge,
and there was like the whole series.
The whole series, yeah.
See, and I grew up on the Hardy Boys, and there were some other series.
Well, I read those, and Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew.
Yeah, I read those, and the Little House on the Prairie.
Yep, and those two.
Yeah. I read everything in our library, everything. Like my mom, she was like, "Why do you make me feel so bad?" We'd go to a bookstore, and she's like, "I cannot afford all the books you want, Paula."
Yeah, that happens with my wife and my kids when we go.
Yeah, it's like, and then we'd go to the library. The librarian was my best friend.
Oh,
now they don't have librarians in schools, but the librarian.
Wait, what?
Oh, you did not know?
They have special libraries in the classroom instead.
Does our school not have a library with a librarian?
They have a library, but I don't believe they have a librarian anymore.
They got rid
it
of the librarians.
One of the things that had to be cut.
So our librarian in school was family.
Yeah. Each of the classrooms have a library.
A
library.
But the wonderful woman who would recommend things for you or help you find things or bring things in because you had literally read everything in the building. They're not there anymore. I mean, when I found out, my granddaughter went to an elementary school on South Hill. And lots of money, right? They have, unicycle lessons at the end of the day and music classes and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Big library. If they still had a library, no librarian. And when I found out that they had no librarian, I literally started crying.
I'm getting emotional.
Yeah,
I'm
when
just
I was
saying.
going through
Mrs. Kavanaugh, I know you're still out there. I follow you on Facebook. I love you.
when I was going
Right?
through my 12, 13, 14-year-olds, and I check out books from the librarian watched what I was checking out and made some suggestions because there were things about girls and things about relationships and things about having babies and things I was curious about.
Yeah.
And when I was growing up, you just didn't ask your mom.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Because if you asked, it was like, you don't talk about that.
Right?
You know?
Yeah.
And so, the librarian, she would steer me to books that were good books for me, good
Real
knowledge.
Quietly, just I see what you're reading. You might want to look at this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
huge.
and you could trust your librarian with
big time.
anything.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
like your librarian was
non-judgmental.
and a therapist at times. And wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
No more.
Yeah.
That's why we have to go to the library, the public library.
And I was lucky enough. I had an unusual circumstance where my middle school librarian, my freshman year, got transferred to the high school. So I had the same librarian
Nice.
from 6th grade through graduation. So
that's nice,
Miss
actually.
Kavanaugh was my librarian for
I got
for
to be
many years. Yeah.
a library helper when I was in junior high. I just loved that. It
Right.
was
Oh,
so
yeah.
fun.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Who actually remembers how to file the books properly to put them away? Yeah. That would mean right.
Yeah. Because you learn that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't that fond of me when it came to that part of it. But there was
He just pushed him on the shelf
man,
according
he
to
just
color.
put him down.
there was the cart where when you take the book out, you would put the book on the cart,
cart,
for
so-
someone else
right.
to put away.
Exactly.
So that knew what they were doing.
Yeah, I was the one who would put them away.
I didn't
But
know
yeah.
I didn't know how to use the Dewey Decimal System and the filing system and all that. So
Right?
Yeah.
That's how we should mess with our children. We should all put a Dewey Decimal System filing cabinet in our houses with the internet password.
with the internet password,
Like you have to research the right topic to find out
Here's-
where.
here's where the potato chips are. Yeah.
Here's where your allowance is. Here's where the keys to the car.
Oh man, hey, we are really late getting out.
I
of
know,
here.
sorry.
We got to get out of here.
We're just mumbling on, chatting. We're just enjoying ourselves this morning.
Yes.
And we hope our audience is too.
Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget, we have a membership drive underway. You can visit our KCHW radio Facebook page, kchw.org. Come in and bug me and see the mess in here right now, and I'll give you one of those paper forms. It's still a mess here right now. We're working on
It's
cleaning
awesome.
it up.
It's
Yeah,
wonderful creativity in progress.
So yeah, go ahead, sign up for your membership. Don't forget, I'm getting those tickets available online today for Karma Circle happening right here for our March 8th birthday celebration. Put it on your calendar, March 8th, Karma Circle right here at KCHW Theater. Also, that pancake breakfast March 8th in the morning.
Gonna be so good.
Yeah, and we'd like to thank you so much for listening to KCHW 102.7, your Northern Lights Public Radio, and we will see you tomorrow. Oh, look at that. I totally accidentally clicked that.
I know,
We're gonna let it play.
right? People are like, wait, it is starting again?
We're going to let it play.
Yeah, get out of here, boys.
It's the end of the roundup. Our horses are out there waiting for us.
That's right. Time to get on out of here.
Yeah.
There we go. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day.
It's 9:08.
Your KCHW Morning Show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing.